Hey, beautiful souls. This is Mystical Mama Shayra, and I am new to creating a channel for myself and to grow and having viewers. Um, throughout my entire life, I have always felt very different. Um, I've never felt like I fit in anywhere. I've never really connected with anyone, and yet I feel like I can connect with everyone in some shape or form. Um, I am a very spiritual person. I love the mystical arts. I love learning about the divine and the great unknown. I've always have felt a very deep connection to the eternal world, and my life has really been a journey. I have, of course, suffered, a lot of childhood trauma and severe depression and anxiety. I have, sorry, my nose is running, the pollen's so bad, and I was out here just kind of crying because, I've been sitting with spirit and I just feel moved. Because for the first time in a long time, I feel like myself. don't I don't feel like I'm carrying the weight of what the world wants me to be for the first time in my entire life. Um, I just, I just wish people could feel what I feel right now. And people are like crying, and you're probably like, you want us to feel, your cries? No. I want you to know what it's like to cry and have peace behind that cry, to have love behind that cry, to have happiness and joy and authenticity behind the cries, behind the tears that flow down our face. This world is always demanding us to be something we're not. We're not humans having a spiritual soul experience. We're spiritual, souls having a human experience. And this world tells us how, what looks good, how to dress, what kind of job we're supposed to have, what kind of career we're supposed to be doing. You have to have a 9 to 5 or you're never going to make it in this world. Which in some cases it does kind of feel like that because it's so hard. It's so hard nowadays to follow our soul path and the truth of who we are, because God didn't create us to worship money and to worship, you know, false materialistic things. God created us to enjoy the earth, the ground below our feet, the trees that give us air and help us breathe and give us wind so we can feel the breeze, and take on our toxins and release back, clean air. Like, God created us to be more, to be so much more, and yet we live in a world that's so blind. So blind. Because the government and schools and jobs and like this structured system that we have created, our ancestors and stuff created, have told us you can never be more than what we tell you to be, right? Like, so many people told me, like, well, this is how I did this, and this is how someone else did this, so should be how you should do it too. And that's never sat right with me. has never sat right with me. I feel called to walk a new path, to show a new path, to show that there's more to this world and to life than what we've settled for. I want to share my heart and my soul with all of you. I want to find people that are like me, that feel different and feel alone in the world and feel like nobody sees you. From my own personal experience, the only person that's ever actually seen me, and it took me a very long time to understand, God sees us. Mother Earth, the great, beautiful, divine, sees us. Sees us exactly as we are. We don't have to be perfect to be accepted and loved. We were born to be love. We came from love. And yet there's a darkness in this world that wants to tell us completely different. That wants to take control of our minds and taint our hearts and souls to believe that none of it's true. That we aren't love. We aren't lovable. That we aren't enough. That we aren't worthy of happiness. Unless we sell ourselves to what everyone else tells us to do and become freaking robots. Like, I don't want to be a robot. I want to be myself. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be me. God didn't create me the way I am to be like everyone else. You created me to be like me. And I'm not going to be no one else but myself. I did that for so long. I hid who I am. I've masked myself from my own truth because no one else believed it, so why should I? You get to a point in life and it's like, why believe in myself when no one else does? And as I'm sitting here, walking around, looking at this beautiful nature, like, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful Mother Earth is. Look how beautiful this creation God gave us is. We are more than what society tells us to be. We are more than what we probably even tell ourselves that we are. Let's change that. I want to change that. So I hope, I know you don't know me, you don't know my full story, and I don't know yours, but I'll say one thing. I would like to walk on this journey with you. I would like you to come on this path with me and God, to find your truth, whatever that may be. As long as it brings you happiness and joy and the light, that's it. That's all that really matters. Because you can tell yourself whatever you want, but you gotta remember that this ain't always telling you the truth. But in here, you know. So don't forget that. In your heart and in your soul lies the truth of every ounce of everything you've ever wanted to know about you and the world around you. So don't let the world take a hold, especially you younger generation, because you lose your soul, you lose you. And I did that for 29 plus years of my life. Honestly, I'm 33 now and I feel like I'm in a resurrection. Like, I feel like I'm being completely reborn and refreshed because God does that. God has shown me the truth. He has shown me the way, and he's shown me light and love, and I want to be able to share that with y'all too. I want to share what God has shared with me. I want to share it with y'all. I want to be a vessel of his light. I want to be a vessel of his truth. I want to be a vessel of forgiveness and grace and understanding as he does for me. And am I going to be perfect at it? No. I'm not going to be perfect at it. I am still human. I still have my mind. I still have this ego, and it gets in the way sometimes, or a lot of the time. But I try my best, because every time I get on my hands and my knees and I pray and I surrender to God's will for my life, he brings me back home and reminds me who I am every single time. Every time I forget that I am love, he shows it to me. Every time I forget how to forgive, he reminds me of how to forgive and gives me challenges in life so I can practice. Practice makes perfect. And we can do more. We can do more, because we can't keep living like this in this world that hides the truth, hides our own truth from ourselves, who conditions us to believe in something that God never intended for us to believe to begin with. So if I vibe with you, or if you vibe with me, and you would like to walk on this journey with me, I would appreciate that. And I look forward to whatever channel messages that come, my way, and then I post in the future. I like dancing, so I'll probably post dance videos. And I love astrology, I love tarot, I love learning about the Bible. I love pretty much it all. Anything that that brings me closer to God, and to the love that God placed within me, and to the truth of who I am, and to the truth I feel that resonates with me and my journey and my life and my purpose on this earth. I'm all about it, because why not? I'm tired of being told what to do and how to do it and what to believe. It's time for us to start thinking and feeling for ourselves. And whoever wants to say what they want to say, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, as long as I'm true to myself and I'm trying my best to be a good person and bring love and light into the world through the, help people go through the darkness to find the love and light at the end of that tunnel, I'm here for it. In a judgment-free, loving way. So if you feel called and you want to walk this past me, I would love that. Thank you if you've listened and watched this far. I need to go. So thank you again, and hopefully we get to connect soon and, make a difference in the world, in our own lives, and in the lives of others together. All right. Peace. Love you. Bye for now.